We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
You can hang about, just don't get in my way.
Looking forward to... I can't believe it's my life looking over my shoulder. I've got to focus. The shift's only just begun.
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more? These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
Will someone not explain what is happening?
Ah, Arisen. You yet live. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might hypothesize that your pawn is sustained by your vital essence. Or perhaps something more. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught you would know? I found the poor creature collapsed by the wayside near Batal. Recognizing your pawn, I decided to take the ailing thing into my custody. I thought it possible that the Arisen's pawn might hold the key to making sense of all this madness. Alas, try what I might, your pawn will not wake. Mayhap you will succeed where I could not. The pawn is, after all, yours to command. Ah, yes. I trust it has not escaped your notice that the end of days is upon us. After you vanished, together with the Red Dragon, the seas rose to swallow the skies. 'Twas perhaps a month from that evil day when a new calamity befell us. A host of dragons descended from the skies and fell upon the land with fang and claw. Luz the Oracle called upon me ere you arrived. As she tells it, Melve and its environs have already fallen prey to the beasts. 'Tis surely only a matter of time before the rest of the kingdom follows suit. Indeed, then I shall take my turn. In your absence, I had hoped your pawn might yield me some information, but as you have returned, I would hear the truth from your lips. Tell me, Arisen, what became of you this past month? So, following your plunge into the sea on the dragon's back, some mysterious presence reached out to you. Could that have been the World Forged? Yet why would such a being linger in those fathomless depths? I can only speculate. and speculate I shall. This ought to prove a fruitful avenue of investigation. For that, I thank you. Now, if you can find a way to end this interminable slumber, your pawn is, of course, free to rejoin you.
Oh, Master. How long I've slept. Far too long, it seems. But worry not. Now that I am awake, I shall follow wherever you lead.
Simply fascinating.
This has gone from bad to worse.
Golem comes.
We have no means of exposing. I've got firm grip on our foe. This is our best chance to topple it. Both while standing on one leg. I ask your aid. Might I lend a hand?
Swarm taken loose. Ah, how do you like that?
All together now. We attack the swarm.
I shall lead the charge.
By your lead.
Turning a monster's brute strength to a helpful purpose. What a marvelous idea. Truly. Focus your strength, Arisen!
Masterfully done.
Victory!
There's a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe now. Thank you, friend. This place does not have...
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Pray, spirit me from this danger!
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe now.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest!
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Thank you, friend. This place does not have long... Thank you, friend. This place does not have long left.
A door of sturdy make. It will be impassable without the key.
We must needs find the key.
Pray, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Thank you. This place does not have long...
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Oh, you return. I am so happy to see you safe. You were gone so long. I was very worried. I wish I could aid my people. If I
'Tis a shame to see so many
I wish I could aid my people. If only I knew what to do.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
You'd think they'd have learned from that last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
We must focus on finding victims, whatever our distance.
It's easily done.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their swords are smashed beyond repair.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Feast your eyes on this! Monsters left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry. If your pack grows over full,
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
pulled that off with nearly a hitch. This will be a rude shock for our foe to find you pinch their loot.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of Vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied and sought e'er greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One. The being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired at this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Aye, 'twas all a farce, and I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastly, young or old, I did not succeed. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of a new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, for your path is just. And, fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here. For this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
I imagine the people of this world will welcome the tide. Means that there is a place of refuge awaiting.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe now. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, follow me. You'll see what I mean. Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see. Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to, but why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend, I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Mayhap we could bring the people to the seafloor shrine. I expect 'twould grant us a bit more time.
But will the people do as we suggest? The crux of the problem is how best to convince them. So, the pawns were being held here by the power of this God's Way. Now they ought be free to make good their escape.
I like that.
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the God's Way? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
We've a key to hand, as I recall.
Mayhaps we'll open the way. Let us see if it fits.
Methinks these climbs are ill.
Suited to habitation.
Very well. I shall return.
Dragon was no ordinary beast.
How can we such
Blast the flames! The fort is too late!
expecting mercy?
We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
I shall lead the charge.
By your leave.
Well aimed strike. Right where it hurts. cannot imagine the elves' despair to see their forest hungry by this menace. Feast your eyes on this!
That is a skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud.
The beast is uncannily swift for its size. It can change position in the blink of an eye.
Mayhap if we follow close behind him, we can find a way to get ourselves into an advantageous position.
Fear not, you well in. To regret this.
Not far to go now. Keep your focus. We'll not find a better opening. Strike the horn! Now!
What a feat! The creature is vanquished. And it appears the Red Cloud's advance has been stalled as well.
I fear for the
sky
Arbor.
glows red with fury. I cannot stand to think that the world might be lost. This must not come to pass. Oh. You think we should leave the Arbor? I am not sure my father will like that idea. But I can try to convince him. Please, follow me.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Findelnar, nevea nolwende lis kemen. Morivin lis palan oio eromar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, I avstir lalastar.
Morvani morivin Findelnar. Neveatara morivin. Lis va aldakar kemen ros. Hera ur lis nun. Yav morin garina like asar kemen ros iloratu anfirtara. Eteler karil morivin alkadar palan. Kemen nun lis alecano. Surne kemen ros here non yav kuruir. Falis isil rod lintar. Ne yav alecano vea nun sinde lungtena.
Nullis amanda kill angadur femor.
Herenon nun lia Findelnar, lia wemor. Findelnar morivin orne osto, firnis morivin. Morivin kemen turalecano. Menelum heroth mor carilm anardor.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Eteler, lea ferm sorne an fameltol. Vanelin hyror soron. Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arte her firnis. Nullis amanda kill angadur.
That man's head is harder than the Arbor Heart's trunk. Let's demonstrate the cutting's resilience and prove him mistaken.
I am well aware of the particulars. There are more who can yet be saved.
Let us begin with the...
A piece of the Arbor Heart goes with you. Keep her close.
When they hit off.
Took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
Nihia Meniel, Valia.
Nelis Kaleel. Ferale Erli.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera ne fir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falungtena?
Nenamboe javstir uru findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros uruneteren, ne romen an artelpe menasvana. Nun kemen ros osto luin eldalia, ne kemen vea al carua.
Luintarme kinalen meltol, parante lume an lis, ne kemen kayayinju nun sil. Ne meltol linkan aldacar an fir nun fiamor. Morivin paran vanis il tiel?
Palan hiar menran, lis fa arnefane. Arte har, lis manasvana, fui numen alecan. Elorato ala, nun mor arta her. Firnis an erumar isil rod et teller, lera aetena. Nenwen mor aiwanon, Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Iavstir lalastar, nun falasmir magananon, anamorlis turculion equiales.
The elves...
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses.
away, perusing your leisure, sir. Do come again.
You've pushed your luck too far. I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
Sir Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it. Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
Flared tempers are understandable given the circumstances. Let us aid in mediating the quarrels arising in Backbatal.
Tis as you say.
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
During my time with Lord Phasus, I found myself in a strange state of being. I was conscious of nothing. Nothing, that is, save your presence, Master. Full glad am I that we have been reunited. Arisen, I should have expected you may yet linger here. I found some materials we could use to enhance our equipment. You can view their location on the map.
Can't make head nor tail of it.
That's not half bad.
What's this?
Steel yourself!
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay. 'Twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory, but you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades, but I doubt they'll quarrel again after this. I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I know where we can find the necessary materials to enhance your equipment, Master.
But be sure to buy aught.
Well met.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
I mustn't lose my...
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This?
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
You plan to roll over and die, then?
I mustn't falter.
Must have. Steel yourself!
To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
That's it! Keep on them!
I could die happy. Steel
This
yourself!
can't be. Interested in my wares? Courage is as courage does.
I don't know where to
They say.
Stand and fight, you gutless wanderer! This can't be
You'll come to
happening!
regret angering
We're
me.
still in the fight!
If you are no craven, prove your mettle.
Show them your metal!
You plan to roll over and die, then?
Fight! This one's got thick skin.
You're telling me I don't think I've got another punch left in me?
Bah, I can't stomach more quarreling after this. It's drained the fight right out of me.
Too right. I've clean forgotten what we were arguing about to begin with, if I'm honest. Oi! I saw it first. Pho, trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
All right, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies.
Stop this, father! Thank you, sir. I'll be sure to share it.
You mean with me? For true? Thanks. I'm half starved.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait. You shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, eh?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show, we are none of us so different.
A result to be proud of.
The citizenry speak highly of your deeds, Sir Arisen. It seems you have made rather an impact. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. Methinks we can expect little opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your achievements. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day, Sir Arisen. I hope you will accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought be willing to commence the evacuation now.
'Tis easily done.
Lost track of time. This place is too rough.
None of these milksops are worth my time.
The betterment is an endless journey.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude, for it seems your efforts have served to remind the people of this nation of their common purpose. We would present you with this gift, as a small token of our esteem, and wish you good fortune on your journey, wheresoe'er it may take you. Yet, ere we part ways, we would make another request of you. It regards Lord Phaesus. Though we have implored the man to join the evacuation, he has staunchly refused to leave this land behind. We thought that he might be more inclined to heed your words, as our own have fallen on deaf ears. Would you be willing to call on him in our stead? Of course, you are free to decline if our proposal is an unwelcome one.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Bagbatal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon...
A resounding success!
Talk, sure. When I've aught to say.
Sleep. Or a comfy bedroll.
Too quiet here for my liking.
May have not hang about. Someone will buy aught.
I'm about ready to fall asleep in my feet.
There's like this
This is good. Can't let myself get distracted.
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
The direct path through the gap in those rocks is somehow obstructed. We shall...
Many paths are closed to us now. On account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
This cannot stand. Then what was our sin?
That's quite
Over
the edge!
I'll not take that lying down.
That all you've got?
This isn't much to go.
Put your back into it! Why do you
That's
never
I've enough! More where that came from?
It seems this is the only way forward. Up we go. Principles unproven are as dust on the wind. Enough dallying. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us.
meaning this.
Naught can be achieved without sacrifice. The beast fell. Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical. There it is! The dragon at the heart of all this destruction. Nay. Some link must persist twixt this mayhem and my research. I shall not concede. What a singular creature. Is this what called the monsters forth? I should like to... Why did you destroy it? The secrets we might have learned. Never mind. You've your charge, 'tis true, and the fiends appear to be falling back. But I trust you won't object if I take a sample of its remains. After all, your role is to save this world, and mine is to pursue its secrets. Though this land has seemingly been spared its destruction, there is no guarantee of safety. The oceans yet cloud the skies, and monsters swarm in ever greater numbers. As 'twill be difficult to continue my research under such conditions, I have decided to evacuate. I only hope that this sanctuary of yours will prove more conducive to my work.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Your Majesty. How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
Maintaining order in Vermont must be quite a burden upon the young Regent King. Let us aid him however we may.
Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. How kind of you. Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine... What a delight.
What is life without a little spice?
Welcome to the Star Drop... Well, that's just grand. Welcome to the Star Drop-In. Well, that's just grand.
What's this all about?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master.
My whole life's been a bleeding string. Ha! Brilliant! What's gone wrong with the world? Not half bad.
Tis well tiring.
Well, this is no good. Come on, that makes us think.
I'm in it now.
Lost track of time.
I'm unsure how best.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided, had I only been more attentive. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Good to see you, Master.
Not sure why I patrol it.
As long as I get my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine.
We have chartered the ox carts as requested. 'Tis a pleasant change for things to go so smoothly, eh, Master?
Splendid.
Can't wait for the new equipment.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
Mayhap I really
I've got to
would have been
focus.
better off
My
without
shift's only just begun. Surely I'm overdue a day.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
What ought I to do? This
Wait
sort
for
of
the new
quiet
equipment
means
to
all's
come in.
well.
Want some in a real battle? I'll prove my worth. On your life.
You slew my mother! What possessed you to do such a thing? I know full well that you bore her a grudge. Yet for all that, I ne'er thought you would sink so low as to spill her blood. Very well. I shall join the evacuation, if only to give some meaning to this depravity.
Can't complain, right?
Oi!
Mayhap I really would have been better off as baker.
How could I have forestalled this?
I cannot afford another night of revolting.
Sometimes I wonder if
I've got to focus. My shift's only just
What in the world?
If he asks me again, I'll claw out his eyes.
His armor's seen better days.
What was that?
What's to do? Resting up time, no
Back in Vernworth at last. What say we have a mug of ale at our favourite tavern while we're here?
Tis a vast place. I wonder how many corners we have left to explore.
This bow isn't troubled by lightning strike. Ah, how do you like that?
Ensure your next attack is no less perfect.
Pulled that off with nary a hitch. We'll be able to use the for our foe while we pinch their loot.
Furthermore, our party is composed of quite a few men.
I shouldn't at all mind if that were to change. Hold the high ground when fights on an incline. Can't have our foes.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? Mercy! Attack now, while the ogre's attention is fixed on his favorite prey. Hurry! Simplest dust to go, worthy proportions, and all save our friends will do.
Of course, the answer was staring me right in the face. suppose I could use a moment to catch my breath.
We are fortunate indeed. This is a rare find.
I dare say the quandary of what to do with it is half the joy.
We are under attack!
This battle is ours!
Fiends will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not. Gladly smash every last one. Over so soon? I would seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
This foe is best defeated swift. Left with devices to summon a constant stream of spirits.
I doubt they serve it willingly. What say we liberate them? Come to think of it, different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.